Hello, my name is Adonis and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a love coming spread for all of my Virgos out there for the week of July 7th to the 13th. So from the week of July 7th to the 13th, this is a love coming spread for all of my Virgos out there. Without any further ado, let's jump right into it. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see what kind of love is coming to all my Virgos out there the week of July 7th into the 13th. Okay, let's get started. Oh, okay. Ooh. Okay, alrighty. So, right off the bat, my Virgos, we have a Four of Pentacles. A short success. So, the individual pursuing you definitely has success on their mind. They absolutely believe, hey, they're going to have a lot of success at this particular venture here. They're pretty assured of themselves. So, that is definitely a positive sign. Like I said, it's always great to be wanted. So this, like I said, this person pursuing you is definitely assured of their success. In addition here, it looks like you have a Six of Cups here. It looks like this is an individual that's possibly been possibly a secret admirer. It's quite possibly a secret admirer and someone that has been admiring you from afar for a little bit now. So it's either someone from your past or someone that has been admiring you for quite a while here. So that's a little bit of food for thought there. Something to keep in mind. In addition, here you have the Two of Wands. That Two of Wands says to me that you're not the only person that this individual has their sights set on. So they do have some choices here. They do have some choices here that they're dealing with. If you're interested in this person, don't sleep on it. All right. Because they do have other people out there that they're interested in as well. We have the Lover's card. Now that is interesting because this person believes that you are their twin soul flame connection. All right. So again, that's why it's either someone from your past or someone who is been admiring you from afar, and they think that you are the one for them. Just as long as it's not a stalker, we're okay here. In addition, we have the Seven of Wands here, and that Seven of Wands tells me that they have been somewhat defensive about wanting to pursue this thing with you. So they have somewhat been defensive about it, about wanting to, Let me see if I get a little bit of clarification on that Seven of Wands there. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Sun, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Give me some clarification on the Seven of Wands here. Okay. So we have the Death card here. And the reason why that's significant is because the reason they're being defensive about this situation when it comes to you is because endings and new beginnings. So they look like they're ending or ended a relationship with someone else to pursue you. So they've ended a relationship again. So the tension here and it was probably with their ex, their partner, and they're being very defensive when it comes to moving on, ending a relationship with that individual, moving on to something else. So it may not just be it may not be specifically you. It could just be the fact that they're moving on in general that is causing them to be a little bit somewhat on offensive, defending their position and want to break up. In addition, here we have got the High Priestess. So this individual is using their intuition. They feel as though they're going to have some success with you. They feel like the feelings are definitely mutual here. So they're definitely looking to pursue this with you because they think they're going to have a favorable outcome. They use their intuition to do so. Now, in addition, here we got the Knight of Wands. So this person is looking over their shoulder a little bit. They are pretty much watching their back. They're being, they're being somewhat cautious, one might say. They're a little worried. Looks like they may be worried that, is this person going to return, the affections I have for this individual? Does this person feel the same way? Do I have a chance in hell here? It's one of those type of things. So they definitely are a little bit worried, somewhat apprehensive about the situation. Because honestly, when it comes right down to it, we have the Hierophant here. This individual is looking for possible marriage or a long-term commitment for sure. That's really what their energies really seem to be geared towards, is that they're looking for a long-term commitment, possibly really a marriage situation with you. And they, like I said, they believe that you're their soul flame, their soul, a twin flame connection. So that's a pretty good spread there. So let's see what your strengths are. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me cards you need to see. Show me cards you need to see. What are the strengths that my Virgos have out there? What are the strengths that my Virgos are going to be dealing with the week of July 7th to the 13th? Show me cards you need to see. Show me cards I need to see. Okay. All right. Ooh. Ooh, okay. All right. Now this is interesting. This is when it gets really, really, really interesting here. All right. So. Let's see here. Right off the bat here, you got the World card. So, one of your strengths is the fact that you have completed. You feel liberated. There's been a completion of the circle. You feel as though you're in a fulfilled place now. You've completed a circle. You're open-ended. You're open to new opportunities. You feel liberated. There's a sense of liberation with you. So quite possibly, and you'll see why I go here in a minute. It looks pretty much like here that this liberation is possibly been caused because of liberation from a particular situation, because now you're in the avenue for the Hierophant. You're in the avenue for you're in the avenue for some long-term commitment yourself. So you feel free, you feel liberated, possibly from another relationship, quite possibly, and you feel like, hey, I had this sense of liberation. I'm free to pursue looking for something long-term, something serious. That's exactly what that looks and feels like it is happening with. In addition here, you got the Lover's card here. So you are definitely looking for a twin soul flame connection for sure. That is definitely your strength. Your strength is not only are you open for the idea of a long-term possible marriage commitment with the right individual, but it's also the sense of, you too, a strength is you're looking for you're looking for a twin soul flame connection as well. Which is like I said, which makes you is an ideal strength to have, that you're open to take those next steps if the right thing approaches you. And again, it's kind of funny because they're looking for a twin soul flame connection. They believe that you are that twin soul flame connection, and you are looking for a twin soul flame connection. They're looking for a long-term, traditional relationship, possible marriage. And you, again, your strength is you're open for a long-term possible marriage commitment with the right individual as well. So, again, though these are you know, this could possibly be some synergy going on here. In addition, here you got the Eight of Wands, okay, which is a lot of energy, possibly message being sent and so forth. So again, you know, there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of energy, a lot of energy, a lot of communication that's possibly taking place here. That's another one of your attributes here, is that, you know, as far as information goes, a lot of information. You're not afraid to really give a lot of information, do a lot of talking, a lot of communicating with this other individual. In addition, also, you got the Two of Swords here. So you may be thinking, well, why would the Two of Swords? Why exactly would that be a strength, a positive attribute, positive strength? Well, quite possibly the strength could possibly be is that you haven't made up your mind yet. You're pretty much open to whatever. You're pretty much, again, you just got your liberation from another situation, quite possibly a long-term situation has come to its end, its completion. And, you know, right now you're in the strength being, the indecision being the strength, quite possibly could be, you know what, maybe it's good to be indecisive. Maybe it's good to see what other options are out there, not run to the first thing that appears to be something that you know, may possibly a long-term commitment. But then again, if you just got out of something, you know, then, you know, kind of keeping your options open is not a bad idea in this case. But again, you know, on the other hand, you don't want to miss out on true love, especially a twin soul flame connection, because that doesn't happen too often. You know, yeah, it really doesn't happen too often, not really. So, you know, so just keep that in mind. And again, here we have Page of Pentacles, which is, again, messages. Again, you're not a good communicator. You're not afraid to send messages back and forth. And so, again, these are all great attributes to have. The Magician here. You got the Magician here. Again, a strength. You have the ability to manifest the reality that you want. So if this is something that you want, you can definitely, especially because this individual is pursuing you, you can definitely turn this into something really, really, really substantial here. Possibly, like I said, something very, very long term, and a fully committed situation. Let me fix this one. All right, so definitely, you have the ability to create something long-term, a committed situation here for yourself. Also, we got the Devil card. So what would be the strength of a Devil card? Well, guess what? That says that in the strength, in the sense of it being a positive card as far as strength goes, you're not, you have the ability to avoid toxic relationships. You're not looking for anything toxic. You're not looking for any kind of bad relationships, like any kind of depression, you know, depression, dependency, anything like that. You're looking for something, a healthy, long-term, committed relationship. And so you are in the right mindset to avoid all of the toxicity of potential relationships. Which is definitely a great strength to have. And finally, here you have the Four of Wands. Again, and another huge strength that you have is that you are really looking, you know, if the right situation occurs, you're not opposed to having a very solid foundation, starting a long-term possible marriage situation. So these are all very, very, very positive cards, positive attributes to have as your strengths, for sure. So now let's see what potential things from your past that could potentially affect the outcome of this situation here. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter. Show me cards I need to see. Show me the cards I need to see. Show me cards I need to see. For my Virgos out there for the week of July 7th into the 13th. All right. Okay. Wow. Okay, so something that affects Nine of Pentacles. Something that has affected you from the past is that you can be, you do have the ability to enjoy your own company and be single for a while if you need to be. So you're not afraid of being single. Like I said, this newfound sense, again, of liberation and so forth, so on. So you're not afraid, you're really not afraid to be liberated if you need to be. You're not, if the right thing doesn't come along, you're not afraid to be by yourself. So that's something that definitely could affect the outcome of the situation. In addition, here we got the Strength card. And again, you do have the strength and the courage to be by yourself if need be. You have faith and courage within yourself that you will find the right situation for you. That is definitely something that could possibly affect the outcome of this situation, for sure. In addition, we got the Eight of Pentacles. Something that definitely could affect the outcome of the situation is work. It's the work, repetitive tasks, work. You have goals. You have things you're trying to achieve. And, if this kind of begins to get in the way, it definitely could really affect the outcome of this situation. In addition, here we have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords. Now again, that energy, that's an air sign energy. Again, a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And sometimes it could be a little bit harsh, a little bit quick, a little bit fast moving, quick, fast energy. If things aren't working out the way that you need them to, you're not afraid to cut it. Just kill it right there and move on. And you're not afraid to pretty much probably say it. And it may not always be the most diplomatic way of saying it, but you know how to get your point across. And in addition, finally here, something that could definitely affect the outcome is the Eight of Cups. Because in the past, with this new sense of liberation that you have, you were in a relationship and you turned your back on it. You walked away. It wasn't working for you. So you got that sense of liberation, the completion of the ending of a journey. You got out. You walked away because it wasn't working for you. So all of those things definitely could affect the outcome of this situation right here, for sure. So with that being said, let's see if Spirit has any additional information that they want to bestow upon you before I shut this bad boy down. Sun, rising, Venus, Jupiter, Sun, rising, Venus, Jupiter, so many cards I need to see, so many cards I need to see for all of my Virgos out there from the week of July 7th into the 13th. Let's see. Okay, one more shuffle for good measure. Okay, here we go. So, right off the bat, listen. Hey, listen to what this person has to say. I mean, it may be something worth listening to. It may possibly be potentially a twin soul flame connection. And again, like I said, those things do not come along, those opportunities rather, do not come along too often. And so that's definitely something that you're definitely going to want to take heed of, for sure. You don't want to miss an opportunity to really form a really strong bond with someone. In addition, we got clarity here. Clarity. Be very clear about what you're looking for. Be very clear with your feelings, what you're looking for, what you're looking to achieve here. So you really want to be open about the situation. You really want to be open with this individual. That's a definite, because you don't want to leave anything on the table. If you really want to pursue this, put it all out there. See what happens. There's only two other possible options. Either it works or it doesn't, right? So, you have nothing to lose. Put it out there. See what happens. And in addition, finally, we have moderation. Moderation. Don't be overwhelming, and don't let this individual overwhelm you. In moderation. Spread this thing out. Don't rush into anything. Don't let anything rush into you. Just take your time. Spread it out. See where it goes. Give it a little bit of time. You know, get to know each other. Get to know each other over a period of a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of months. See what happens. Moderation is the key here. And that looks like some pretty good sound advice. So with that being said, I'm going to shut this thing down. Again, my name is Adonis. Thank you so much for listening. Hopefully this resonated with you. If it didn't, please feel free to get a personal reading. I'll leave all the information below. See you guys next time. Bye-bye.